So asxd the Mournful Blade is hanging out back here.
My name is Aishi, the Mournful Blade. And if you are another hunter come to claim my head, I suggest you turn around and walk away. That one didn't listen to me. I hope you have more sense. I have a tale to finish. I see no need to tell it to anyone but myself. Stranger, if you continue to talk to me, I will stand up and face you. If that happens, our meeting will end with one of our deaths. So be it. You're not what I expected. Harmony surrounds you and flows out into the world as you pass. I have a story I would share willingly with you if you would hear it. Do you know anything of me? Anything of the terror that is Aishi, the Mournful Blade? In my years in this empire, I have been a wanted criminal, a bandit, a murderer, and worse. I have burned entire towns to the ground to avenge some petty dispute between lords and led men to slaughter peasants by the score for their meager possessions. It is all too easy to lose your conscience once you have denied it. I was not always like this, but I remember all too well how my descent began. My father died when I was still a girl, and with him gone I felt no sense of direction. I had no other family to turn to, and so I was alone. I met a boy. He was a natural leader. He had drive and direction. I was in love. He used to enjoy tormenting the children of our village, and I thought it was all fun. Then, one day... He pushed a young boy into the river outside of town. It was fast-moving and would have swept the child away, but he managed to grab hold of a rock. Why, indeed. In the intervening years, I've come to believe that it was more than simple horseplay. There was a gleam in my young man's eye that I cannot forget. The child screamed for help. His cries were shrill with terror, for he could not swim. I moved to help him, but I felt a hand on my arm. The boy I loved turned to me and said, "If we help him, he'll only tell the others what we have done. We have to let him go." Something in his voice. I believed him. That poor child was swept away in the current and was found dead downriver days later. We never told anyone what we had done, but I could never forget. If we help him, he'll only tell the others what we've done. We have to let him go. Simple words, but they still echo in my head even now. Nights are worse. I can't sleep for the screams of that boy as he washed away. I still hear them to this day. I have followed his life since that day, as I descended into my world and he climbed the ranks in the Imperial Army. That is why I have come here now. I am tired of my life, but at least I have lived it. He deserved to live as I did, but has never felt a moment's remorse for his part in that day. If you came here because of the rich reward on my head, you may even know him. Captain Sin of the Imperial Army is my quarry. I must make him pay for that boy's life. Until now, I wasn't sure how I would approach him, but you may have provided the answer. If you help me, I know how I can reach Sin. You need merely to escort me to his station by the gate. a subdued prisoner could get close enough to deal with Sin. Once I have dealt with him, you shall have your bounty. I couldn't let you be implicated in my final murder. They do not call me the Mournful Blade because I enjoy what I do. Years of remembering the first time I let it go have caused me to develop a conscience. Why else ask this boon of you, one last chance to do something right, before one of the hunters finally catches me? Let's go write an ending to my tale.
What is the meaning of this?
Hello, my love. Or should I call you by your rank now, Captain Sin? Surely it's been a very long time.
Aishi, what are you doing here? You're a wanted criminal. You can't be here.
It's time I paid for my crimes.
Well, it's good to see our new bounty hunter was able to bring you in. Frankly, Aishi, I thought you'd fight to the death. You weren't this weak when...
No, I was weak. Otherwise I would have ignored you by the river. I'm going to pay for my crimes, but there's one thing I have to do first. I have to kill you.
What? No! Guards!
Your men will be dead before they can get within 3 paces of me, Captain. Don't order them to their deaths. I already owe you 1 lifetime of pain. Do not bring more than that upon yourself.
She's mad! She means to kill me! You! Protect me! I'll double the bounty! Damn you both! You're both going to waste away between worlds! I'll make sure the underworld won't take your rotting corpses!
Sin is dead. Dead like that poor boy we let wash away. I should have made him suffer more. Stranger, I cannot thank you enough. I have touched 1,000 lives with my crimes, and yet now I feel some peace. It is time my story ended. I have only one more favor to ask. Face me now, and grant me an honor... No, there is no honor left for me. Just grant me an end. You can't be the one to let Aishi the Mournful Blade walk free. That would cast undeserved suspicion upon you, and that crime I will not commit. Face me, and let this battle be glorious enough that the city will talk of it for generations.
Legendary strike.
Alright, so we're fighting... Wait, hold on. No, wait. This fight is one-on-one. Get out of here, Chaika. So Aishi the Mournful Blade is actually not a super hard fight, because, well... I mean, she does have double sabers, which is a neat style. Oh, she's taunting? I see how it is. I see what's going on here. Okay, you wanna taunt people, huh? I mean, what even happened? Yeah, she's actually not a threat. Because, well... You've been doing everything like I've been doing, you should be a pretty decent level, and... yeah. You guys didn't hear any of that conversation where she was talking about me being complicit in the murder of your captain, did you?
Who are we to step in when a personal challenge is issued? Captain Sin could usually take care of himself.
So you didn't hear her blatantly say that I was aligned with her?
Captain Sin has made his share of enemies over the years, but Aishi the Mournful Blade is a foe you could be proud of.
So I'm not gonna be arrested for being an accomplice to his murder. Okay, cool. Bye.
I hoped it would end this way. She may have found some peace. Here, take this. It's something Aishi would have wanted you to have, I think. I hate for a good deed to go unrewarded. Aishi the Mournful Blade was my daughter. My daughter's life was nothing but pain. Her crimes were a way to forget for a while. I think she must have found some peace now, and I can finally rest. It has been too long since I turned away from the Water Dragon's embrace. You couldn't tell? A spirit monk? Ah, but you are not fully trained, and I have refused to let any part of myself slip away. One of your kind came for me many years ago. I told her that I wanted to see my daughter grow up, and she allowed me to stay. Your kind were shepherds of the dead, but that never meant you were heartless. She said one day another of her order would come for me. Ironic, really. I died before the gates to the underworld closed, but I couldn't let go of my daughter. I worried for her, and rightly so, but I think she will find peace now. Every ghost slips into madness over time, but some of us have a reason not to. We can fight back the longing and despair for a time. I will wait. What choice do I have? I know the underworld is cut off, but I must try to fight through the despair and anger. I have some idea of what you face. Take my best wishes as you try to set things right. I have waited for more than 2 decades. I can wait a bit more, and now I have a reason to smile.
And that wraps up the Bounty Hunter's side quest. Got a gem, let's take a look at that. Ah, that's a nice one. But I've already got a better gem that does that, though. But that's a pretty good one, too. Could stack them, but... yeah. That might just work out. What is the best gem I've got? This one? Yeah, I guess that is the best gem I've got. Okay. So now we've wrapped up all the stuff to do here in the city. We just gotta go and talk to the wife of that ghost. Teleport back to the Necropolis with her, because that's just how that works. And then wrap that side quest up too. And then I'm sure there won't be any more side quests to do in the Necropolis. I'm positive of it.
Have you given him rest yet? Yes. If we went together, he might listen.
You? You're back to gloat over this victory of yours, Harpy? Causing my torment and death, is that satisfying to you? How can you be so certain? How can you believe her after you know what she's done to me?
Because he believes me. He has seen me at our home mourning for you still. Not a day has gone by where I didn't cry over your death. It almost makes me wish you'd have your wish, just so I could be with you again.
Feng, you really do care. Then all this time, my cursing, it was wrong. You killed me, but I see now in those eyes I fell in love with that you didn't mean to and that it pains you greatly. I forgive you, Feng.
Thank you for what you have done, for both of us. In time, I hope I can repay you your kindness.
Alright, that's all 3 of the ghosts taken care of. just gotta go and talk to Shen. Oh boy. My favorite character. Collect on these side quests here.
The grave digging business story.
Shut up,
What do you
Shen.
need?
God.
What about them? Well, that's a relief. Can't have her going off and trying to rip out my eyes or something every time I go around there. I need those eyes. Here's the reward I promised you. Now, if you find any more, remember, I'll pay good money for you to put them back down again. So get out there and get some ghosts. Venerated ancestors. Anything else you want to know about the ghosts? Good riddance. Hells, it was probably his old lady that offed him in the first place, and for good reason too, I bet. It's all just business to me, you understand. Here's the reward I promised you. You know, you've done a lot of good here in the Necropolis. You've managed to clear out pretty much all of the really troublesome spirits here. One spirit didn't stay here at all, though. Took up his body and left. Moved in with his son, I heard, and the son isn't pleased. He even asked me for a refund. Now that was an expensive burial. I can't give refunds like that. It's bad for business, too, having my customers getting up and walking away. That's where you come in. I need you to go to the tanners in the city core and put his father back in his grave once and for all. It's Tanner Fong. There'll be an extra big reward for that one. Is there anything else you need right now?
Well, I suppose we could see what he's selling. Stop talking, Shen. Oh, nothing new. Okay, that's nice. That's great. Well, let's get out of here, because we got a whole another ghost. Bet you didn't see that coming, did you? Well, this one's different. He's not a ghost. He just got up and left. He's a zombie or something weird. So let's go and deal with that. It's back in the city. It's actually right down the street. Oh, hey, Jinlin. Maybe I should talk to her.
Hello again. Professor Shuji was so happy to see the artifact that he released me and my mom from our debts. Thank you again for all your help.
Oh, she has a promising career in ventriloquism. A lot of people do in this game, actually. It's weird.
Sipa sayer ki unir, Juanur Shinro ni sipa. Owo sayer uyukap tantarundano, wo tarwayer shathir owo. Owo sayer uyukap tantarundano, wo tarwayer shathir owo. Owo sayer uyukap tantarundano, wo tarwayer shathir owo.
Oh boy, got some Thofan here. It's in lazy-ass language mode. I love it. He speaks it too, doesn't he? Yeah. Isn't it great when you don't actually have to hire voice actors? You can just record like a couple dozen lines and just use them all over again.
Sa'ir Yakowak, Kokonato Siri Panoneniku. Wotowir Ukawana ir Usoanata Hoki. Niato Nonapati Irovir. O no you will wakits was so Iroko Shusi. Okay, Fakania, ni Ukoristroiper. Ikirnik tine piru, wo iferek uksun puno. Niato nonapati irovir, kuni uknawata ir.
Anania ifewir ook sonarok noka ook snapir. Konir fuk no sankud na no wana napir. Isana yuyo. Tasiir tintu. Fonir wo siye wo tahufu. Ikirnik tine piru. Wo iferek ook son puno.
Wo afaweer sun urk vonir ook. Ook sier sa feet kup wo sarkir. Uso sier uthak taraweir. Shathir owosu.
Niato no napadi irovir. Koni ook nawata ir.
Ak nukwair tu ak ithruir nuk a pifu taptuir kwair fenurt.
Okie fakarea, ni ook aristroipa.
Koni akanatir ud kwair washun. Ok yo rufir ni sair shenefushpa, sair renkipa, sair thinopi wuwuth u sair wansan. Ak wiwo ofir, san kasowir wo siyutana.
Okir wir, no fantayana okona ni pinatawa. Niato no napadi irovir. Koni ook nawata ir.
Wo afaweer sun urk vonir ook. Ook sier sa feet kup wo sarkir.
Kwa air. Kier io nibu sahir branti. Sahir yagoak, coconato sir ipanonenico.
Wo su warwair ni aksair tatasi.
Irkana, o nikasurir kwana no kasa iriro.
Onu yuir napair wo kwair shapshir fan onu yusair ikupan. Onu yusair akanto kithir.
Tawe ir koana ir sonir ipoki.
Wo kauso ir noka wowo tarawail shaksir o finopifu.
Irkana, o nikasurir kwana no kasa iriro.
Well, Ming's pretty good at this. In 5 minutes, he repaired a broken relationship between a father and a son. This whole martial arts thing doesn't work out for him. Shen, I will cut you.
Of course he was dead. The family wouldn't exactly have given me a live man to bury, now would they? That would be unprofessional. Can't have stuff like that getting around. You, dealt with the problem, though? Well, that's good, I guess. As long as I'm not giving any refunds, of course. Here's what I promised you. Business has been more lively lately with you around. A little Gravedigger humor there, see? Lively? I'm good. Yeah. This doesn't have to get any more bloody than it has to be. Sure, here. Take this. Now just move on your way.
Didn't even get close fist points for that, because why would you? It's Shen. Why would you? That's just... come on. Well, that's all of that. We can't play the plot yet. We still have the arena to do. And that we're going to do next time. But then, once the arena's done, we're going to finally infiltrate Lotus Assassin base.